Hello, thanks for joining me for another review. Right, today we're going up to Scotland in Edinburgh, and this is a very iconic beer from Innis Gunn. This is their original, a Scottish export ale, coming in at 6.6% ABV. This is in a 660ml bottle. So yeah, 18 IBUs apparently, according to Untapped. I recently was part of a panel on Lee Russell's channel over in Canada. I'll put the link for his channel and that analysis down below, as well as my Innis Gunn playlist and Scottish craft beer playlist. So yeah, a nice decent sized bottle, £3 in Sainsbury's in the UK. So here's the bottle cap, which you probably know by now, so I'll just show you that again. Right, let's crack this open then. It was about a month ago. I purchased 2 bottles at the same time. It's been out of the fridge about half an hour or so, so hopefully the flavours have coming out a little bit. So this beer's infused with honey. It's been barrel aged in American oak barrels for 77 days. It's a half a finger, if that, just off Whitehead. It's very clear, very kind of almost light mahogany colour, gentle carbonation, just meandering their way, I think that's a word, up through the beer. So I'll go a bit more into the beer and the story in a minute. Let's get an aroma. Yeah, definitely picking up a kind of a honey quality to this beer. Slight, well, quite sweet. Toffee. Yeah, toffee caramel. Hints of vanilla from the oak barrel. Maybe some darker fruits, maybe some, I don't know, it's like raisiny. I mean, I've had this beer many times in the past before reviewing an Untapped, which I've only been on Untapped since early April 2014, so not particularly long really in the beer drinker's life. Yeah, it smells exactly how I always remember it, plus I've had it recently, so I'm a little bit more familiar than perhaps I would have been if I hadn't had this for a few years. I actually had a bottle to review of this probably last year, and it was, I think it was about 6 months out of date, and I had it and it was absolutely fine. I should have reviewed it, but this is a bottle that's in date. It's got till May of 2018. So, all said and done, let's give it a try. Cheers. Yeah, slightly sweet, nice. Yeah, that vanilla you're picking up more on the flavour. Lovely kind of caramelly-ness to it. It's been out of the fridge just about the right amount of time. Yeah, that's decent. It's not, you know, wow, but it's a nice change-up beer. It's not something I want to drink every day, because I mean I don't drink the same beer. I don't drink every day, but I certainly don't drink this more. If I'm doing a little reviewing session like I am, and this is my 3rd review. I haven't drunk the beers, as you can tell. I'm actually sober at the moment, but I'm just getting a load of reviews done ready for a hangout. And I might do a few during the hangout, cut off, and that's when I have my kind of slightly tipsy reviews. But I still do them anyway, so I don't care. But yeah, this is, I mean, it's a classic beer. We touched upon this in the group thing I'll mention it briefly. But the beer as itself, it's one of them things where the price point has come down a hell of a lot for these beers. I mean, £3 here in the UK for a 660ml bottle is a real bargain. I think when it first came out, the price point was much higher. I can't remember what we said in the actual group analysis of this beer, but I do seem to remember that I think the price has come down even over in America and Canada, I think. But they certainly do get a lot more of their range of specialised beers over in the States than what we do here in the UK, for whatever reason. I mean, this gets a bit of a kind of a, as I mentioned in the other, where is it? In the bourbon dark, I done the bourbon dark ale a month ago, whatever it was. They get a little bit of flack, should I say. A lot of people seem to think this is not once the brewery it used to be. Some people say it's a little bit cardboardy kind of beers. Yeah, I can get that. Whether that's to do with the beers or not, I probably doubt it. That's just my personal opinion. I just think we are spoilt to death with so many good beers here in the UK, and it's going like it around the world. That, I mean, this beer was first brewed in 2003. Beer has moved on absolutely, unbelievable amounts in that kind of, what, work it out, in that amount of time. I can't work it out. Lovely sweetness to it, honey, that almost like honey vanilla sweetness, and then underlying that it's got a nice kind of caramelly malt backbone to the beer. It's really decent. Anyway, right, so the main thing is this is their flagship beer, which is the original. The one whose discovery led to the formation of the company back in 2003. Since then, we have won a string of awards for this beer. Most recently, its third successive Monde, I assume I'm pronouncing that right, Monde Selection Gold Award. Like the world's great wine and whisky makers, we strive for depth and flavour, complexity and mellowness in every beer we produce. Innis Gunn's original typifies this approach. Its lengthy 77-day maturation, maturing, obviously, get my words out of it, imparts flavours of toffee, vanilla and oak that perfectly complement the beer's backbone of luscious malt and fruity hop notes. The oak gives Innis Gunn's original an appealing colour and also mellow the alcohol character. So although the beer is 6.6%, which you're not picking up at all, it's very smooth and easy drinking, and it is very smooth and easy drinking. It is. Is it a beer I'd have again? £3 for a bottle like that? Yeah, sure. It's not something I'm going to go and get a case of or something like that. If you're on more of a kind of a restricted budget, this would be perfect. Although, if you're on a real budget, then you're just going to get a crate of beer. I have no idea how much crates of beer are in the UK at the moment. I never look on that part of the department store. This is going to be a long review because I'm I do know that they put this in the barrel and they were going to throw it away and the workers were drinking it. So they tried it out and it came out really nice. They were going to just pour it away. So it was nearly a lost beer. It was nearly a beer that no one would have heard of before. I think this is probably one of the original oak aged beers. So yeah, one more sip then and I'll give it a rating. Very smooth. It's got that nice woody, oaky quality to the beer on top of everything else I've mentioned. There's a slight kind of drying fruit going on in there. Lovely beer. I can't remember what I gave this in the group hangout. I think I'm going to give this a 6 out of 10. That's a 6 out of 10 from me. Someone's having a shower, so I'm going to clear off and I'll see you on the next review. Cheers.